Welcome to the final day. I am adjacent to the Blue City and ready to take it. The new unit offer consists of freezers, shock troops, and catapults. The tactic card I'm going to take is planning. I have no doubt that that's the one I want. I haven't even drawn up to my hand limit yet, but I know that's the one I'm taking. Going to place it here to remind myself of its added benefit. I am adjacent to a keep that I own, so I can take a hand limit of 7. Let's see what my initial 7 cards are. I have also paid the magic familiars with a red mana crystal from my inventory to give myself the added attack value. With these cards in hand, let me think about how I might want to take a first run at the city. Okay, I'm ready to take the city, and I'm going to do it in this way. I'm going to play Druidic Paths to allow myself to move in. Then I am going to take one blue die from the source, and I'm going to play it on Ice Bolt. I'm then going to take one white crystal from my inventory and play it on ranged attack. I then am going to take 2 ranged attack from my crossbowman to give me a total ranged attack of 8. And I'm going to apply that to the magic familiars. Notice the symbol in the upper left of the token indicating that they are unfortified, even if they are at a fortified site. The rulebook for the Lost Legion says that they run out to meet you where you are, and in this case, they've run out to their end. I have 8 ranged attack to defeat them. Next, I am going to play Siege Attack 5 from Horn of Wrath, plus Siege Attack 3 from my catapults, giving me a total Siege Attack of 8. I'm going to apply this 8 Siege Attack to this enemy. He has ice resistance, which means he would ignore unit abilities powered by blue mana, but that doesn't apply this turn. He does not have physical resistance, and I'm throwing him 8 siege attack, all physical. That is enough to defeat him. That leaves me with only the sorcerers to contend with. I might have considered destroying the Horn of Wrath in order to give me more attack to take him out, but I don't think it's worth it. I really want to save Horn of Wrath. We're still pretty early in day 1. Pardon me, we're still pretty early in the final day. I have only one more map tile left to reveal. I know it's going to be the other city, so I don't need to panic and do anything like destroy the Horn of Wrath. But I do need to think about his attack. Since he's from the Blue City, his attack is not buffed, so that's good. But I still need to figure out how to deal with it. Okay, I am going to block the sorcerer by using my magic familiars. They provide me a block of 4, and then I am going to play Threaten and Improvisation sideways in order to give me a total block of 6. To generate attack of 6, I am going to play Counterattack, the basic effect. Attack 2, get an additional attack 2 for each enemy blocked this turn. I guess that wouldn't particularly work because I did block Only one. The other I took out with ranged attack. So what I'm going to have to do then is to go to my red crystal from my inventory. I hate to do this, but I am going to use it to take the more powerful effect of counterattack. Attack 4 and then attack 7 is enough for me to defeat the sorcerer. I've taken the first city. Braevalar is now Warden of the North. We'll see if he can hold it. Alright, since I used the Horn of Wrath, I have to roll a mana die to see if I take a wound. Let's see. And I do not. Before I clean up my player area and take my fame rewards and add shield tokens to the city card, what I'm going to do is go ahead and lower my reputation by 1 for assaulting the city. I had forgotten to do that. I will also re-roll the blue mana die, and it comes up gold. I've placed the shield tokens on the cards of each of my units to show that they have been used. And now I'm going to go ahead and give myself 17 fame. That's really sweet. I also get to take a new command token. And I will take these 3 tokens as my trophies, adding them to my considerably sized stack. Unfortunately, I cannot take advantage of planning because I spent all of my cards on that turn. Let me quickly add the 3 shield tokens to the city card so that I can be sure to remind myself that I have that influence bonus whenever I interact in the city. In the blue city, you can spend 7 influence in the mana of the appropriate color to buy a spell. That's pretty tempting, especially with a spell like Burning Shield left in the offer. I'll draw up to my new hand limit, which is actually going to be increased by 2 because I'm in a city. So my hand limit will actually be 8. Really hoping for some influence here with my final card. I don't receive it. We will go to the dummy player. Dummy player has 1 red crystal, so he'll draw 1 more card. I would really like on this turn to be able to recruit either the freezers or the catapults. To see if I can receive some assistance in recruiting one of these units. It's finally time. I'm going to go ahead and to play the Tome of Relearning. And I am going to take my skill of Beguile, simply return it, and take the Bonds of Loyalty. giving myself a staggering 5th command token. Anytime this is revealed, Norawas's card instructs us to add 2 regular units to the offer. So I am going to place them just to the right here, just to the right of the catapults. Well, that's the worst one I could have drawn. Some lousy peasants. And some crossbowmen. Not as bad, but not great. No offense to my current crossbowmen who have done yeoman's work here throughout this playthrough. I think what I would like to do is, in order to receive more influence, I am going to play the motivation skill. So I'll flip that. I will gain a white mana token to my player area, and I will draw 2 cards. That doesn't help me at all. This helps me a little bit. Maybe a lot, actually. I'm going to take the white token, play it here for influence of 4. I will add 3 influence from my shield tokens there, so that gives me influence of 7. And I will try to play one other card sideways. I think I will just play Stamina sideways. To give myself influence of 8. 3 from my shield tokens, 4 from Stamina sideways, another 4 from the stronger effect of Promise is 8. It's tempting to play that sideways to take advantage of the catapult, but the freezers are attractive in the sense that the stronger effect actually says target enemy does not attack, and it gets an armor reduction of 3. Again, maybe I will regret this later, but I'm actually going to take the freezers. Well, wait a second. I may be able to do more than this. I am able to recruit the unit at 5 less than it would normally cost because I'm recruiting it under bonds of loyalty. So I would really only need 3 influence to take this. 12 to take both the freezers and the catapults. If I'm currently at 8, I wonder if I could generate 4 more influence to take both. The only way I could see to do that would be by playing some of these cards sideways. What if I were to play Mana Draw, Tranquility, Crystallize, and Rage sideways? That's a really bold move. I would have 4 influence. 5, 6, 7, 8. 12. I believe that would give me enough. 8 and 9 are 17, minus the bonus of 5 from Bonds of Loyalty is 12. And I do have the space to take them. That's what I'm going to do. We'll place the freezers under Bonds of Loyalty, and I will place the catapults under my spare command token. Wow, I don't believe I was able to do that recruitment. And And I didn't even use 1 mana die from the source. I will clean up my player area and then go back to the dummy player. Before going back to the dummy player, I will draw up to my modified hand limit of 8. And because I have at least 2 cards in my hand, I can actually draw up to 9, taking advantage of planning. So I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. It's great to see these spells coming out, but of course, I sacrifice my ability to gain crystals in order to recruit the catapults and the freezers. We'll see if the strategy pays off. First, back to the dummy player. Alright, he has 3 white crystals, so the last day is moving fast. If I played one with the land, march, swiftness, and ambush, I do have at least 8 movement. Let me spend 4 movement now to move up 1 space and then to reveal the final tile. 2 movement takes me up, and 2 more movement will reveal the final tile. We'll see what the last city is. Oh no, it's the red city. A Draconum is literally right in front of me. Draconum is also adjacent to the left of the city, and then of course there are some ancient ruins. Let's take this green die and roll to see what kind of Draconum we're facing. 1 new. A lightning dragon. And another new. Wow. Looks like a vampiric dragon. And then of course we need to take the ancient ruin, which can be revealed during the day. I will take a moment to grab the red city, its card, and its corresponding enemies. But before that, let me return this back to green. Okay, the second city revealed is of level 8. That means I need to draw 2 white, 1 violet, and 1 brown. To draw the brown enemy token, again, I will take this green die, I will roll it. Comes up red, so I will draw a new brown enemy token. And I'm not adjacent, so I cannot show it. But I will have to take 1 violet and 2 white. Wow. Plus I still have to contend with the lightning dragon before I can even move in. Let me think about how I might be able to do it. Okay, to defeat this Draconum, I'm going to use my skill to give myself a green mana token, which allows me to reduce its armor down to 4. I then am going to take a gold mana from the source, one of the 2 that was there, and I'll use it to give myself ranged attack 3, and then I will add siege attack 3 for a total of 6, which allows me easily to defeat it. For defeating it, I am going to go ahead and give myself the 2 reputation bonus. I will also claim 1 of the Elementalist faction tokens. You can see there that was part of the Elementalists. This is an ability that allows me to add ice to one attack or one block. So I'll place this in my player area. That's pretty good. And finally, I will go ahead and give myself 7 fame. That does allow me to level up. I have some really interesting options here. On the left is Secret Ways. Once a turn, move 1. You are able to enter mountains for a move cost of 5, and they are considered a safe space. If you pay a blue mana, you are able to enter lakes for a move of 2, and it's considered a safe space. More appealing to me is the one on the right, Shapeshift. Once a turn, 1 basic action card that gives you a fixed amount of move, attack, or block, instead gives you the same amount in one of the other 2. Elemental types are preserved on attacks and blocks. I will be sure to take Shapeshift. I will add that to my player area. So I'm going to go ahead and clean up my player area, drop to my hand limit, and then I will go back to the dummy player. Before cleaning up my area, I'll take this gold die that was there. I will re-roll it, and it comes out black as depleted, so that's too bad. Okay, on the dummy player's turn, he draws 5. Before I take my last turn, I will just draw back up to my hand limit. And I think what I am going to do is to either move back into the city, the blue city, to purchase a spell, or since I am in a monastery, to purchase one of these 2 advanced actions. Maximal effect is really, really difficult to pass up. Plus, I wouldn't have to move back in order to do so. I would only need 6 influence. If I played every card I have here sideways, I could do that. Again, this is a difficult decision, but I'm going to play Ambush for move 2 to take me back into the blue city. And then I am going to benefit from the 3 shield tokens I have there for 3 influence. And then play this sideways for 4, 5, 6, and 7. Plus I'll take the gold mana from the source to pay red in order to purchase Burning Shield, which I will place on top of my deep deck. I will clean up this player area. And I will draw up my final card, which was obviously the spell. Going back to the dummy player. He has only 1 blue crystal, so and on my turn I'm simply going to play these 2 sideways in order to move up to the monastery. That's less movement that I'll have to do in the final night. This is a formality, but the dummy player plays his last card. I announce end of round. He has nothing left to play, so It is the end of round and we're going into the final night. When we go into the final night, just some bookkeeping here, I will have to take away the red crystal from the magic familiars and feed them with the blue crystal that I have left in my inventory, wiping me out. So that's not great, but at the same time I will have a block of 7 provided by them. Here's a quick overview of the land as it stands going into the final night.